It was well past midnight when Hannah Price, CEO of a multimillion-dollar tech firm, found herself barefoot, exhausted, and locked out of her luxury Manhattan apartment. The elevator had just dinged shut behind her when she realized. No phone, no purse, no keys. All she had was a box of leftover pasta she'd intended to eat straight from the container. She'd stepped out for just a second to check on the hallway noise, and the heavy door had sealed behind her. Her red top stuck to her back from the July humidity, her nerves fraying. She sank onto the hallway floor, silent curses swirling in her mind. Of all nights, after a brutal board meeting, after firing a VP who had been like a brother, this. That's when she heard it, the creak of a stroller and the soft hum of a child singing. At the far end of the hall, a man wearing a faded hoodie and pushing a sleepy little girl wrapped in a pink blanket paused. He looked at her with a mix of confusion and concern. He had kind eyes, tired ones too. "You okay, ma'am?" he asked, adjusting the blanket on the girl's shoulder. Hannah straightened, brushing her hair behind her ears. "Locked out. No phone. No dignity either." He chuckled softly. "Well, dignity's overrated." She gave a half-smile. "So is pasta." "Want some?" He hesitated, then sat a respectful distance away, the stroller parked between them. "I'm Marcus, and that's Ava. She's had nightmares all week, so hallway walks at midnight are our thing now." Hannah leaned over to wave gently at the girl. "Hi, Ava." The little one peeked, gave a sleepy nod, and tucked her teddy bear closer. "Do you live here?" Hannah asked. He nodded. "5th floor. Been here 6 months, trying to get steady work again." Something about his tone, casual but proud, stuck with her. "So you're between jobs?" she asked carefully. "I fix things. Fences, appliances, odd jobs. Did HVAC for years before the company folded. It's been a scramble, raising Ava solo." Hannah blinked, a single dad, alone in the city, and still kind enough to sit with a stranger. A gentle, not awkward, silence settled in. Then Marcus rose. "Let me try something." He rummaged in the stroller's undercarriage and pulled out a metal hanger. "Learned a few things in maintenance," he said with a wink. She watched, amused and curious, as he crouched beside her door, working the hanger with surprising skill. After 2 minutes and a soft click, the door gave way. Hannah stared. "You just unlocked it." He grinned. "Guess the old tricks still work." She burst out laughing, the stress of the day melting away. "You might have just saved my sanity." "Glad to be of service," he said, stepping back. She hesitated. "Wait, I should thank you properly, coffee. Breakfast tomorrow?" Marcus's eyes flicked to Ava, who was already dozing off again. "I'd like that, but only if you don't mind crayons at the table." "I insist on it," she smiled. The next morning they met at a corner cafe. Hannah wore jeans, Marcus wore the same hoodie. Ava drew suns and stick people while they sipped coffee and talked. For the first time in months, Hannah didn't check her phone. Halfway through, Marcus looked up and asked, "So, what do you do exactly?" She hesitated, a little sheepish. "I run a tech company, well, a few. I'm Hannah Price." There was a pause, his brow rose. "The Hannah Price?" She gave a modest shrug. "I don't usually get locked out." He laughed, a full, real laugh that made Ava giggle. "Well," he said, sipping his coffee, "good to know CEOs need rescuing sometimes too." 3 months later, Marcus was working full-time on site as a facilities consultant for Hannah's new foundation, one that funded vocational training for single parents. It was his idea. He never asked for favors. She never offered pity. What grew between them was built on midnight pasta, hallway walks, and shared humanity. And every now and then, when Ava wanted to hear a bedtime story, Hannah told her the one about the night a CEO locked herself out and let kindness in. Moral: sometimes the door that accidentally closes behind us leads to something unexpectedly open. A new friendship, a new chapter, and the kind of kindness the world needs more of.